The Last Prince, created by New York Times best-selling author Patrick Larkin. Chapter 4, Taking Command, Part 4. Previously in The Last Prince, Nikanor's half-brother Heracles landed his army in Greece and Macedon. While some cities yielded to him, others refused. 1. Patras was betrayed from within and completely destroyed. News of this atrocity reached Rome the day before Nikanor's army returned from campaign. Once his army was encamped on the field of Mars, Nikanor sought a meeting with the Roman Senate. Troubled by events, the senators granted his request and invited him to the Curia Hostilia in the Forum. Outside its doors, Nikanor and Quintus handed their swords to Aristides, obeying the ancient law that no one came armed into the Senate.
I don't like this, Prince. Law or not, walking in there unarmed is asking for trouble.
The senators are honorable men, Aristides. None of them will be armed either. So stop worrying.
Every man's honorable until someone dangles riches in front of them. And we already know the other princes have a price on Nikanor's head.
Peace, you two. I've made my decision. I need these Roman senators on my side. I won't gain their loyalty without showing that I trust them.
All right, Prince. I understand. I just wish you didn't need to take so many risks.
So do I. But I'm contending for the throne, Aristides. There's no safe path.
Inside the Curia, members of the Senate waited with a mixture of both anticipation and apprehension to hear what this youngest son of Alexander the Great had to say. A hush fell over the chamber as he took his place.
Senators of Rome, I come before you bearing news of victory in the north over the Celts and of new perils rising in the east. As your sovereign lord, my father, the king, swore to protect your city and your citizens. Today, I make the same vow. In return, I ask only that you stay true to your own oaths.
While we are grateful for your defeat of the rebel tribes, Prince Nikanor, the question arises: why should our allegiance be given to you?
A fair question, Senator. My answer is in two parts. First, because many of your own people, soldiers tested in battle, have already done so. Second, because your only real alternative is to back one of my half-brothers. And all of them view Romans and everyone else in the West with contempt, as inferiors fit only to be heavily taxed and dominated.
There is a third alternative. We could simply stand aside from this conflict between you and the other heirs of Alexander. That might be the safer course.
Safer? For a few months maybe. But over the longer term, your very isolation will invite predators, both from here in Italy and from farther abroad. You've heard the tidings from Greece. Let the fate of Patras stand as a warning. Its citizens wanted only to be left alone and were destroyed instead.
You argue effectively, Prince, and I believe my fellow senators agree and will accept you. The question then is, what do you ask of us?
That you raise, equip, and supply 2 of your old-style legions, with each legion to be commanded by an experienced senator, as in the past.
2 legions only? Barely 8,000 men? 12,000 in total with the troops and Celts already under your command? Against the vast armies of the East?
Confident as I am in my abilities as a general, Senator, I plan to raise additional forces from across the whole of settled Italy. From the Samnites, Umbrians, Ligurians, Bruti, and the Greek-founded cities of Heraclea, Tarentum, Cumae, and others. Building such an army will take time and effort, but when this work is done, Italy will have forces able to defend it from invasion. And I will have the army I need to end this war and re-establish peace and order.
Very well, Prince Nikanor. As is our custom, the Senate will take a formal vote on whether to reconfirm the oaths we gave your father. I break no confidences in saying that I believe this motion will pass, and pass overwhelmingly.
Nikanor withdrew from the chamber so the senators could deliberate freely. As promised, the debate was brief. Within the hour, the Senate pledged its allegiance to his cause. He returned and took his place.
Senators, I thank you for this pledge. In return, I promise to keep the best interests of the Roman people forever in my mind and heart.
Applause greeted his vow. But Nikanor expected further challenges from the Senate over the months ahead. The Romans were a proud people, one barely reconciled to their loss of independence. But for now, at least, he had the alliance he needed to make a bid for his father's crown. Next, in The Last Prince, Nikanor begins the difficult work of recruiting and training an army. As each new contingent of fighting men arrives at the burgeoning camps outside Rome, the young prince and his older officers undertake the arduous task of melding them into one coherent force, whether they are Roman legionary infantry, Celt warriors, or hoplites from the Greek city-states in southern Italy. Meanwhile, in the east, armies are again on the move. Two princes, Leonatos and Cassandros, join forces and march against a third brother, bringing him to bay at Opis, near the Tigris River. And in Greece, Heracles, concerned by the news from Italy, decides it is high time he rids himself of his troublesome youngest brother, Nikanor.